All nurses to the nurses station.
Cancer. It's a disease that infects and destroys the lives of so many across the globe. There are millions of new cases every year and hundreds of thousands of deaths. It affects all of us in one way or another. Throughout recent history, however, professionals at Winship Cancer Institute at Emory University in Atlanta have taken major strides in the fight against cancer with hopes of one day defeating the disease completely.
The Winship Cancer Institute was founded by a gift by Robert Winship Woodruff, so it's named after his family, and that was about 82 years ago. His grandmother had breast cancer, and they needed someplace local to treat her.
To better understand the impact of cancer on a person's life, I spoke with two people that know a great deal on the matter.
My diagnosis was multiple myeloma, and I was diagnosed in 2000.
My, relationship with cancer, or my experience with cancer, is that of my husband being diagnosed with cancer and living with cancer for about 18 months and then eventually passing away from the disease.
The first time I heard my diagnosis, it was confusing.
He was diagnosed in March of 2013, end of the month. His diagnosis was synovial cell sarcoma. It's a very rare soft tissue cancer.
My job is directly related to shepherding new drugs into the clinic for the treatment of cancer. We, as a program, perform a lot of trials that are very early in the testing of a drug. For example, what's commonly referred to as a first-in-human trial. Locally, we enroll patients on trials that come from our metro Atlanta area. We're out in the community talking with individuals and groups and patient groups about the work we do to really end the cancer that we see on a daily basis.
We do a number of events throughout the year here at the Winship Cancer Institute to raise money. All those events bring in probably close to $4 million for the Winship Cancer Institute each year.
I'm a pharmacist by training. I'm from Rome originally, Georgia, not Italy. And I came into this line of work because I'm a pharmacist. So my world is very much driven by drugs and ways that we can help people be better through drug therapy.
One thing I would say to somebody who had recently been diagnosed is I think it helps to have goals. One of my goals that I set back when I started the treatment was I wanted to run the Boston Marathon. So when I was diagnosed, I made it a goal that I would make sure that my health was maintained by exercising more, and that eventually I would work up to where I would be able to run the Boston Marathon again, which I did do. And now I plan on running a marathon with my daughter Rebecca in just about a month.
And just for reference, how many marathons have you run since your diagnosis?
Since my diagnosis, I've run, I think, approximately about 25 marathons.
That is a lot of running.
We didn't have the outcome that we'd hoped and prayed for, but the work that they're doing at Emory, Winship, that's the future. I believe that someday they will win the fight.
Cancer is an evil force that has been documented since 3000 BC. But with help from the Winship Cancer Institute, people around the world are finding cures for cancers of all different kinds. Let's come together. Let's win the fight.